Are you looking for a new deck that packs a punch? Well, today we're going to be diving into Heatran's explosive potential. This deck comes from my Fun Deck Friday stream, where users submit lists, we try them live on stream, and then give a bit of advice on how I think that we could tweak them for some added consistency. I'll be showing both the originally submitted list as well as the revised build, just to give you some options to play around with. If you have a deck that you'd like to see featured, make sure to come by my Twitch stream and join in the Discord to stay in the loop. This week's highlighted deck Heatran was requested by Spy Organic. It's all about ramping out energy, then taking down big targets with the attack, Steel Burst. You're going to discard all steel energy that are attached to Heatran and deal 50 damage for each energy discarded in that way. Since you can't choose how many you get to discard though, it's an all or nothing situation, so be mindful of that and don't overcommit your energy. The attack base cost is 3 energy, so you're always going to do a minimum of 150, which is enough to knock out most single prize Pokemon in the format, and there's the option to scale it up more just so you can take out the stage 2 EXs like Dragapult or Charizard. You do need 7 energy to take those down though. Getting that amount of energy out might sound a little bit crazy, but by combining this with Metang, which looks at the top 4 cards of your deck, then allows you to attach any steel energy you find there onto your Pokemon, it's actually pretty easy to pull off. The other benefit is that all the non-energy cards are going to go to the bottom of your deck, so by chaining multiple Metangs, you're actually going to be thinning cards from the top of your deck, putting them on the bottom, increasing your chances of hitting energy as you're digging further through your deck. Just make sure that you avoid using cards that are going to shuffle your deck between triggering those abilities, things like Nest Ball, Super Rod. Yeah, maybe hold off on those. The inverse of this, it's also going to help thin energy from the deck before we use draw effects to help boost the odds of getting into key trainer cards and Pokemon. And since we're actually seeing what's going on to the bottom of the deck, be mindful of the way that you're using this though, because if you know, hey, I need a boss's order, you saw Metang just put it on the bottom of your deck, maybe try and shuffle before you use Greninja so you're more likely to draw into that. While it's great that Metang gets energy out of the deck and onto our Heatran, when we attack we're also going to be running ourselves out of that energy. Into 2-prize decks this isn't usually an issue as we can take 6 prizes before this happens a lot of the time, but into single prize decks it might get a little bit tight. To reduce the risk of running ourselves out of energy though, we do have Super Rod to recover a couple of them, as well as our secondary attacker, Basculegion, that's actually going to recover every single energy in our discard. Its attack Upstream Spirits scales by 20 damage for each basic energy in our discard pile and shovels them right back into the deck. This makes it a great way to recycle heaps of energy while also dishing out some serious damage. If you have 12 or more energy in the bin, it can be a great way to take out big targets in the late game too. Another benefit of having Basculegion is the pre-evolution Basculin. Its attack Gather the Crew lets you get 2 basic Pokemon out of your deck and right onto your bench without even needing an energy attached to it to use it. This means that we can set up our bench while using our attachment for turn onto a Heatran instead to get it started to charge up. The other Pokemon in the list is Radiant Greninja. Since we have over 20 energy in the deck, it's pretty easy to use concealed cards, just discarding 1 from our hand and drawing into 2 new cards. It's also a great way to boost up Basculegion's damage if we're in a pinch. For the initial build's trainer line, we were using Arita. It gives you a way to target your water Pokemon like your Basculins and your Greninja, while also grabbing an item card to set up other pieces on the board like Buddy Poffin to get our Beldums out, or even the A-Spec card Hyper Aroma to get into 3 stage 1 cards, typically being our Metangs. Arita can be swapped out for Arven though if you prefer that approach. This is actually what I went for in the revised list. This gives another way to get our Metangs out by using Buddy Poffin and Evo TM, then immediately evolve them up on the bench. Get going, it's pretty solid. Both builds did feel very fluid though in how they operate, but which do you think is the better choice for the deck? There's also Adaman, which gets you any 2 cards out of your deck as long as you have 2 steel energy in your hand to discard to use it. With the amount of energy we have though, it's yeah, not really an issue. It's pretty frequent we're in a position where we can play this card. It can be great to guarantee yourself key cards without any limitation, like if you have an empty board, just grab 2 Buddy Poffins and then now you have 4 things on your board, or even ditching 2 energy from your hand to get into Super Rod and put them back into the deck to hopefully find them off Metangs. It definitely allows you to pull off some pretty cheeky plays in a pinch. Thornton's also in here as a one-off, making it for some solid plays. If you don't have any Heatran in play, you can just turn a Greninja into one and yeah, get attacking, or if your opponent sees that you're running low on energy and then prioritizes taking out your Basculin before you can evolve it and recover energy back into your deck, you can just change a Heatran into a Basculin. It's going to keep the amount of turns in play, so as long as the Heatran was out for at least 1 turn, you can immediately evolve it up, coming out of left field for a very clutch play. The rest of the list, it's pretty standard stuff. We've got Boss's Orders for Gust, Nest Ball, Buddy Poffin to get your Pokemon set up. You'll notice there isn't any Ultra Ball in here though, so to get into your evolution pieces, we're very reliant on Hyper Aroma, at least in the Irida build. Be careful not to use it too early, and only when you're actually going to be evolving your Pokemon up immediately. It would be a shame to get those Pokemon in your hand and then watch them all get Iono'd away right to the bottom of your deck. I definitely didn't make that mistake. twice. Cypher Maniac is also in the build, guaranteeing you find energy with Metang or setting up crucial draw cards, either on the following turn or immediately if you combo it with Greninja. It's a pretty cheeky card. This is the list submitted by Spire Organic and was a lot of fun to play. If you're watching, cheers bud, had a great time playing this, and yeah, definitely keen for some other people to give it a go as well. And here's the revised build that I made. I mentioned earlier I went with the Arven in the list, as it felt like only having one Hyper Roman to get into your Metangs was a little bit risky. Admittedly, in the games we played with the Arita build though, I never really seemed to have any issues, but we also never prized the Aroma, which definitely helped. I also added in a Manaphy as there seems to be quite a few Greninja EX online at the moment, and yeah, that's not great. They take out 2 Metangs at a time. It's bad times. This isn't a necessity for the deck, but it definitely helps for that particular matchup, which is already heavily unfavored for us, especially since they run Frostlass. Speaking of Frostlass though, something I forgot to mention is Heatran has the ability Incandescent Body. When it's in the active spot and gets hit by an attack, your opponent's active Pokemon is going to get burned, making them take 20 damage between turns. It doesn't sound like a lot, but can definitely help to fix up some numbers, as a lot of Pokemon have either 20 or 40 health over benchmark numbers. If they hit Heatran, take 20 damage from the burn, and it happens to stick, then you go into another Heatran, you might be able to get away with taking a knockout for 1 less energy, which is pretty cool. Actually, with it being a burn, I guess I should say spicy? Yeah, I should probably say spicy. I had a lot of fun with this deck though, and would love to hear your thoughts on it, and if you think this single prize cannon can take on the meta. If you want to try the deck out for yourself, the list is in the description of the video, and make sure to hit that like button to let me know if you do. Don't forget to hit subscribe too to stay up with the shenanigans, but now let's hop on ladder and see how we go with this. Do I want to go first? I think we do. I know you were saying it's a go second deck, but I'm kind of leaning towards first with it because we are manually evolving the Metangs up. Yeah, like we got the Buddy, we got Greninja. We didn't get a supporter we want to use. If I'd gone second, I'd be pretty annoyed with myself right now. So I think with this build, you're kind of fine either way. We're fine. It's fine. Oh god. If I go second, what am I doing here? I'm nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay, double nest ball. I think we use this. Double Heatran? Double Heatran doesn't seem bad, so if they pick up on what we're doing, they're gonna gust kill that. Like another Beldum would be good, but at the same time, I don't have anything going on right now. Oh, hello, Legend. Guys, hey, hang on. Guys, did you know? He is Legend. Like, you ever played that game, The Legend of Zelda? He's the Legend from it. He's Legend. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Still have no idea who Zelda is. Is it the girl in the green outfit with the hat? I don't know. The ninja? Nobody knows, but I know who the Legend is. Just kidding. We know who Zelda is. It's that rock dude. You knew this would come? What? What? That you are Legend? I'm sorry. You want me to treat you like garbage like every other stream I see you in? I'm like, oh man, they're always picking on Legend. I like Legend. They're neat. While we're on the topic though, Legend, what's the best of your games? The Legend of Zelda, which? Twilight Princess, Tears of the Kingdom, Minish Cap. It's not Minish Cap. Wind Waker. Like, honestly, if we're talking Zelda games, Wind Waker for me is classic. That's such a good game. Ocarina of Time, also good. But like, came out when I was a kid, and I wasn't very good at that game. I could get to the Forest Temple, and then it was like, I don't know. Have to give the controller to one of my older sisters, but they helped me beat this. All right, so I look away for a moment. There is 2 giraffes, a spooky mask, a dude in a tar pit, and a bird. That bird is the word. They've sacked 2 energy to kill my frog. All right. I put this in the active. I can get any card from my deck. It's not ideal, but it's a play. It also has 1 retreat. Spin the wheel? Let's spin the wheel. Well, that wasn't great. I'm genuinely thinking I have to burn the Thornton for this. Yeah. Draw me some more cards. We found our 1 boss, so that's cool. His name is Jonathan. What do I get off of this? Genuinely, what do I get off of this? I get that he gets knocked out. It's just getting me 1 thing, effectively. I get that it gets me more than 1 thing. I wish I had one of them on my bench. Yeah, we're playing catch-up this game. We're playing catch-up. Razor, you joined the dark side of the TCG. You started playing Snorlax Stall. Oh no. Razor, you're better than that. I assume. I don't know. I've never met you in person. Maybe you're not. I would hope you were better than that. Turn 1 should have retreated to fish to fill bench with that? No? I didn't have fish. Oh, I had double nest ball. Yes. Spyro with the dub plays. Yep. Yep. So we had... What did I start in the active? I started a Greninja. Had Greninja in the active. We had double nest ball. I could have gone double nest ball for Basculegion and something else. And then Basculegion to the active. It would have got 2 more things on our bench. Thins the deck out. And then we'd have a fish that I could theoretically evolve into and do at least a little bit of damage. Good call, good call. You've played this deck so much, it's kind of mad. It's a cool deck. I like it. It's cool. The organic plays? Yeah, you could say that the plays just come organically. Be a good opener for a podcast. I'm so screwed. Okay, put this in the active. We pray. We pray? Yeah, let's pray. Let's get Buddy. Let's get an Aroma. Buddy's gonna get me a Basculegion and another Beldum. Aroma's gonna get me a bunch of stage 1s. And then hopefully Greninja gets me into something good for next turn. Yep, hindsight should have done this first, hey? That would have been good. Yep. That would have been at least 2 attached. Yeah, that's okay. We get 150. Next turn I can follow up with Basculegion to finish him off. We have 12 energy in the discard, so that's going to be doing 240. It's a good number. So I might even just leave this one alive, boss kill that, because if that comes into play ever, Heatrans can't hit him. And he's in a good range right now. I also could just like boss kill this, because this is their way to reliably reuse these, but they don't need to do a lot of damage, so even just like attach Sada is fine. They're going into a fresh giraffe, though. They are going into a fresh giraffe. A really big one, though. So yeah, we're gonna boss around that. So yeah, we're not able to boss around that anymore. Like, I've still got Metang. Arita gets me into the Basculegion. Getting up to 290 is difficult though. We're not running Lost Vacuum in this, are we, Spyro? Also, is it all right I call you Spyro, or is it like Spur Organic? So I'm seeing it as Spyro Organic, like Spyro the Dragon, but like without pesticides. No, there is pesticides? Oh. Thought I knew you. Where were you guys before? What is this? It's like the magnets are drawn to each other. Not opposite poles at all. A lot of energy in the discard though. Okay, but we do this. Fish is fish. Super Rod is pretty super too. How many energy are actually in here right now still? 7. Which honestly isn't bad. I'm kind of thinking I go Nest Ball. I grab the other Heatran right now though. What's his retreat cost? Still 1, so that's not too bad. Because the other play, it's like I could have gotten a Super Rod, put energy back in, tried to go with Heatran and knock him out, save this play to deal with him. Let's roll the dice. Let's see how we go. See how we go. There's the boss. Okay. So I can always just, if he puts that active boss around it anyways, and then deal with you later. Or deal with whatever I want later. I'll do what I want. Okay, well that sucked. Apparently not that much, though. Not too much of what I want. There we go. That's neat. He's the threat. Not enough of a threat. I needed a bit more energy. I go into him, I do 200. Yeah, I need to get rid of that. I do this. I do 260. I'm still shy. Cool. Well, not cool, but it's a situation we've been dealt. Yeah, let's just get another one of you out. Split the energy. Swing. Hope the burn sticks. Oh, wow, I can't do math apparently. Burn doesn't even need to stick, it just cooks him. Cook draft. Strategic, you're off to study? Oh, good buddy. Good luck, man. Good luck. I know you're almost done exams. So close. So close. Next week? End of next week, you're all done? I think you said you had like 4 coming up? 6? There's like 3 papers, 3 exams, right? But yeah, focus on the academics, man. No silly vacuums. Spyro, I know vacuums. Why? They'd be such a clean play. I'll show myself out. Is this? I thought I fixed it. It's supposed to do the thing. Hang on. I'll make it manually do.
Oh, baby, a triple! Oh, yeah!
One day I'll figure out how to make that work. Like I have it set up like I have the other thing set up. And then it just doesn't do it. Like, come on, do the thing. Do it. Hang on. I think I figured out why it's not working. I think I figured it out. I want to try that again. It might be set to 1 redemption per stream, so I'm not sure if it'll work, but... Wait, did they not attack me that turn? Why am I not dead? You're supposed to have killed me. This is just awkward for everybody involved now, because I have a boss. A boss kill that, boss kill that. I'm kind of thinking, yeah, boss kill that. I only need to attach 1 energy. And like, you're also pretty easy pickings. You're also easy pickings, but you're draw support. There we go. It all came together in the end. You know, when you finish the thought, you usually get to a half coherent thought. 1 more energy we get there. That'll do it too. Put some here. Make him seem like a threat. If they want to gust kill it, they are welcome to. And then it just sets up energy for him so I can deal with him. Because, yeah. It'll be good. Buddy. This is almost too good. Do I need to super rod anything? Got 2 Heatrans in play. No, I don't think we need to. I'll just go delete. And that'll do it. Maybe we don't need to build this with Arven. It's kind of just working. And we find the other boss. Yeah, put that in the active. Let's see how that goes for you. We gotta play it dumb too. Like, be like, oh, I've got no way around this. So we'll do our Metang plays and then boom. Okay, so they do exactly 140. Takes care of our Heatran. They do burn themselves though. How many energy are in the bin? Can I just knock them out? I can just get 10 energy in the discard. His retreat cost is 4. We put this in the active hard retreat, go into this delete. I don't even need to use the boss play. Nightbridge is fine. Also, what song is this? This is great. I'm on my streaming playlist, right? I am. Oh, DJ Cutman with the bop. Oh, he's going for my fish. Rude. They clued in. They figured out what the real threat was. That's fine. I've got a boss. Do we clown a bit? We check this in the active and be like, oh, I have no play. Sad. Sad face. All right, super odd. Bunch of energy back in. We're just gonna see how big of a number we can go for. All right, let's put that on there. I'll catch up on chat in just a moment. I'm seeing Dudsta and I'm seeing somebody new coming into the chat. Don't worry, I see you. I'll be with you in a moment. We do that. Do I even need to use you? Nah. Whoop. Kill the bird? Yeah. I was gonna do 500 damage. Why'd you scoop? Just let me declare delete. It's like, oh yeah, just show the boss. Yeah. That's what you're saying? Boss is overrated? What do you mean? I just used 2 bosses to make us win that game. I didn't need to worry about the cornerstone mask. Boss is not overrated. Boss is clutch. Boss is like the game-winning card in there. Raging Bolt Pawn really struggles with Roxanne Iono late game and struggles with decks that can skew the prize trade. Oh, 100%. They hate single prizers, and I love it because I love single prizers. There's so many cool ones from the set. Like Aggron I want to try out still. Conkeldurr I want to try out. Yeah, that's it. Farigiraf, it looks like a lie. But Dudsta, oh lord, you tried this deck, then you see For the Wind post it and how you're playing it, you're never gonna entry? For the Wind did it, did he? What build was he doing? Was he playing like Arven's? Because I was gonna switch it up with Arven's. Tekadego, is there a way you can move the recent sub bar? You can't see the opponent's card count. Tekadeko, where would you suggest we put that then? That's the only thing. I want these things displayed for people so they can see it. I understand where you're coming from, is you want to see how many cards the opponent has, but like at the same time, it's not the biggest issue. They have cards in hand. You can always just ask in chat, and they have 5. It's like when you're playing somebody across the table from you. You don't know how many they're holding. You go, how many cards in hand? And then they tell you. Sweeks? Oh hey. Oh hey there. How are you? I didn't make the waving Goomba yet, Sweeks. I'm sorry. I'll remember though. I remember our conversation. And by our conversation, I remember the random train of thought I had, and you're like, you know what, that'd be cool. I'm gonna try and remember. Strategic, you'll be lurking? All good, buddy. You lurk, you work, you focus on your studies, man. You focus on your studies. If I'm too distracting, you just shut that down. They almost are always forced into the Sadas if you KO the Bolt. Yeah. Okay, I think one more game with this. I think one more game with this one, and then we tweak it, because I'm enjoying it. The second boss in there came in so clutch. He's doing basically exactly what you're doing from what you could tell, actually. Oh, okay, so no Arvins or anything. Maybe we switch it up with the Arvins then. Because I want to make a video on this now. And if he's put one out already, then that looks a little silly. Oh, also, for everyone that's just popped in, Dudsta, Lil Tone, Sweeks, there's a little something hidden in the background. I'm now seeing that you can't see it where we currently are. We go first, just because it bugs people. I'm gonna do it again. It worked out really well. Let's play Moon EX Turbo with Monkey Dory. You're gonna test this deck? I'm sorry, what? Legend, like you're legend, but now you might be a little crazy, man. Okay, this would have been a cool going second hand though. Instant regret, and I did it to myself. Take the 2 mulligans? Yeah, we do. Buddy popping would be big. That's why you go second always? Yeah, and like fair. But watch this, never punished. Buddy popping? Just draw into the thing, that works too. Grab another Heatran. Another Heatran, another Beldum. I'm kind of leaning towards another Beldum actually, because we have the Adamant, we have the Irida. Is it not letting me grab Beldum? Wow, okay, cool. This is what I want. Great. Well, that plays not available to us. The aroma's at least in there. So that's something. We'll grab another Heatran then. We'll grab another Heatran. I can't grab the Beldum. I wanted to grab the Beldum. It's literally just PTCGL's being PTCGL. It's just doing what it does. If I attach this here, how many do they need in the discard? 7. It's not super hard for them to do. Considering just attaching to the bench. Let's do this. Play it safe. If they get to the knockout, cool. If they try and gust this one up, they're not getting to the knockout. There's no way they're getting 7 in the discard and, well, I guess Prime Catcher, right? This gets a bunch, Earthen Vessel, ditch something, get into energy, the Vessel goes in, counts for itself, get into a Prime Catcher this up, knock out the one with energy, but if it's single prize into single prize, we just need to be able to reliably get energy onto this and we're fine. But what I was saying before, there's a box. There we go. We might crack into it in a bit. Also, like, it looks really small there. Like, it looks like this big. It's not, it's far, a little bit of forced perspective. Size of my torso, guys. Size of my torso. Big box. And then the ad break. The timing, though. What's in the box? What's the box? Ads. I didn't even trigger those. That's literally just like the timer one. Well, I feel like a jerk, but also really funny that that happened. Okay, so let's do this. Let's thin Grab that. Grab that. Sure. We'll go buddy buddy. We'll get another Beldum out. Like, the Basculin's cool and all, but no, it's Beldum. Need to get 4 energy on him. So 3 off 2 Beldum. Or 2 Metangs. Most of the way there. Yeah. Show me at least 1. Or 2. You know what? You know what's better than 1? 2. 2 is a good number. Chuck an energy on Xia. Start charging up another one. And bibbidi boppity. There goes his guy. Is there a rhyme? Not that I can think of right now. Yeah, the deck is operating. It's doing stuff. Oh, how many boxes are there? It's 1 box. It's a box. Why, you think I've taped up a box and filled it with a dozen different boxes? I do like shenanigans, so you never know. It could just be a box and a box and a box and a box and a box. In a box. And then a bag. You never know. Razor, what's wrong? Why are you in pain? You stub your toe. Deck is operating. This is the ideal board state in every game. Like, I wouldn't mind a fish on the bench too, but this is looking pretty good. Pretty good. Have you tried the new Hisuian Arcanine? You tried an edited version of FTW, did a video on it, and it's so fun. No. The new Hisuian Arcanine is 0 energy. Is it like if you have an empty hand does a thing? Like, is it the same as the old one? Or what is it? When am I planning on opening the box? I don't know. Should we set some sort of goal for when we open the box? I could set up a goal. Be like, if we get to 10 subs, we'll open this box live on stream. I could be one of those people. Not saying I would be, but like, I could be. What could be in the box? What do you think? There could be anything in that box, even another box. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. How many energy we got in there? And 5. I'm kind of tempted to just super rod so we can guarantee get this off. What's he do? As long as this is in the active, your opponent's active. Okay, so he doesn't get burned if he hits me? Cheeky little devil. Let's do this, see if we hit any energy. If I whiff, I'd rod. Didn't whiff. Don't need to rod. Let's do this.
You know, I'm something of a scientist myself.
Legend, you would be a scientist. I feel like you'd be one of them fancy scientists too. You'd be like, I'm a physicist. I'm like, oh shit. Oh, actually, off topic, but kind of on topic because we're talking about scientists. Have you guys seen the show Dr. Stone? Is he Steel Weak? Oh, Fluttermane. If I knew you were Steel Weak, I would have just overcommitted energy to make a really big number. Razor, you've seen it? It's good, hey? They've just added it on Netflix, or at least I've just seen that it's been on Netflix. My partner and I have just been crushing it. It's about, like, there's a science guy, a scientist, you may say, but he's like a high school kid or maybe like a uni kid, and he gets turned to stone. Everybody on Earth gets turned to stone, and then he depetrifies, like he comes out of it, and he's the only person on the Earth that's come out of the stone. So he's like trying to figure out how to stay alive, but because he's really good at science, he's like reinventing all this stuff. So like, oh, like I can use this basic scientific stuff to like reinvent the wheel, like make fire, make shelter, make clothing, and then like make batteries and stuff like that. And it's like, holy shit. I should have paid attention in school in case this situation ever happens to me. But also, I'm not in an anime, so it's not going to happen to me. But like, honestly, really solid show. Because I put it on and like, Just because you know, when you kind of just want one of those shows, like chuck it out on in the background, like a little bit of background noise while you're like cooking, doing stuff around the house. So like we put it on, and then yeah, like both of us were just kind of like, this is actually kind of legit. Like I'm down for this. And yeah, highly recommend it. It's an anime. Yeah, it's an anime. Aw, man, he gusted up my one that had energy. That's all right. Melee Mage, just noticed you're live. I should sleep. I'm your reminder that it's bedtime. Like, if I'm still up when Trifle's online, mistakes have been made. Yeah, if you're based on the other side of the planet, yeah, 100%. But like, it also means we could hang out. So, I don't know. Maybe you just don't sleep. It'd be Thursday night for you. Yes, you should be sleeping. Okay, so I've got that online. It'd be pretty cool if I can get into a Thornton for the Thornton play after. I also think I do need to Super Rod now, because if there is 12 energy, 14, I think we run 20. Odds of us getting into enough to get this online aren't super high. We'll proc one Metang, just to see what our luck's like. Yeah, let's do it. Put the rest back in. I'm also considering just putting another Heatran back in. Right? Like if we're having to play it as a 6-prize game, 4 Heatrans, now 5 Heatrans, and a Basculegion is going to be what they're having to knock out. Something also that would have been a pretty cool play is when the Flutter main was active, we could knock them out with Metangs as well. It's just something to be mindful of. I might attach Xia, just so we have a pivot. And I don't think I need to do any more than that right now. Yeah, I almost should have just played the Adamant. I could have sacked the energy to play the Adamant to get into the Thornton play, but that's all right. That's all right. Adamant for Thornton and prep? Yeah, Spyro would have been a good play. Would have been a good play. Yeah, it does. So what's the new Hyacinth Arcanine about? Is if any of your mons have damage counters on them, you do Frostlass and Monkey Dory to pair it with? That's pretty cool. That is really cool. Legend, you have Netflix? Ooh, check out Dr. Stone then. It's really fun. It's in Australia. I don't know if it's everywhere, but it's in Australia, so I feel like the rest of the world gets it. We're usually the last to get stuff here. It takes a while for it to get to Koala Country. That's so you've been meaning to watch it? Honestly, highly recommend it. Super good. Super good. Also, if you drink, if you fancy a silly soda and need a new drinking game, every time he says 10 billion or millimeter, have a drink. You won't last long. Just saying. Spyro did wonder about 3 Heatran, 1 Zamazenta. Nah, I think the 4 Heatran seems fine. 4 Heatran seems fine. Because you want to be able to, like, usually have 2 in play. So if you're only running 3 and then 1 ends up prized, you're only having 2 in play ever. 1 gets knocked out, you have the backup one, but it's like, well, did you hit the other one off the prizes or did you super rod the other back in? Like, Zamazenta is cool. 220 as a response attack. It's basically like 5 energy on Heatran or 3 energy on a Zamazenta, but situational. And like, is it there when you need it kind of thing? It's like not a bad shout, but I think just all in on Heatran seems fine. You've got enough ways to recycle the energy back in. You've got the Basculegion as backup attackers. You have 2 super rods. You have Thornton. Like, I think it's fine. The lines are there. Mage, it's not like we weren't doing something considered productive, so nah, that's all good, man. I'm just teasing, Mealy. I'm just teasing. What were you doing? Are you studying? You studying or just like late night work? So 10 billion millimeter is a chug? Oh, I don't know if he says it. But yeah, if he says it, I think, yeah. I don't make the rules. I just come up with them. And I think that's a rule. Yeah. The fact I made this suggestion alone scared you? What, to turn that into a drinking game? I'm not saying you have to. I'm just saying you do you. We go into the fish. We go into the fish. Odds of them having another Gauss card? Oh, 10 billion%. I have the manual attached, but I'd like to be able to use Adamant. Odds of us just going Greninja into this to draw into 2 more energy. It's so low. So low. We do this, we see if we hit another energy. Ooh, for the Greninja play. What are you weak to? Nothing. Sure, let's split them. It's like we could just Greninja to try and dig for Thornton. I don't want to spin the Pokestop. We spin the Pokestop, we're gonna get so punished. Could even just try like boss kill that. I boss kill that. Odds of them getting into another gust are reduced. 5 cards left in deck, 5 cards in hand. Like they'd have to be holding a boss. Let's do it. Them having an attacker online, they're literally an attachment away from that being online. So I don't think they're going to have an issue getting a second one out. It's like Sada, bounce, or energy, attach, return. 3 attackers next turn without issue. It's like this getting knocked out. I don't think it really gains us anything. We've got the lead in the prize trade. It's just, can we kind of get the prize mapping as we need it? So I need to be able to go into him. Melee, you're animating a thing. Ooh. Love to see it when you're done. Legend, it's been raining for days, over and over again. The amount of rain that has been falling lately is... Sorry to hear that. We've just... Oh yeah, Pokegear into 3 cards. You're going to find what you want. Boss kill my Basculegion? Yep. Rude, but yep. Good play. Like, I do have the admin play now, at least. How many Rod were you running? I have Nest Ball. I can just check, I guess. Is there another Rod in here? No. There's 2 energy. Like, Thornton is in there too, right? So I could always bench or get a Beldum just to thin. Get a Beldum or get a Heatran. Get a Heatran. So at least we have another attacker. Theoretically. Alright. Do this. No. Please don't show me Thornton. No. Okay. So you've seen 8 cards and Thornton wasn't in any of them. That is good. There's 5 cards left in the deck. I can draw 3. Or I can draw 2. Or mill 3. We think Thornton's in the next 2? Or do we spin this and then guaranteed grab what's ever left? Like, I could also Metang, but then, yeah, it would have to be the very last card. Yeah, I should have done the admin play earlier. Oh. That's a bit painful. That is a bit painful. So I retreat into this. They take a knockout. They go down to 2. We should be able to get into Thornton next turn. Actually, we'll see if we hit an energy off of this. There's one more in the left. Yeah, okay. No, we're good. We're good. We have that. We have attachment for turn. We take a knockout this turn. If we get into an energy off this, we are able to get into Thornton. If we don't just top deck it. Right, because there's 3 cards we didn't get to see. So it's either Thornton's the next one or the next 2. So we should see it guaranteed next turn. Don't I need KO? We got KO. We're good. We should be good. We should be good. I think we have game. If I didn't take a KO that turn, I think we would have been all right too. They would have caught up in the prize trade. They'd go down to 2. We are already on 2. We get into the Thornton on that next turn. We go Basculegion. We take a knockout. We go down to 1. And yeah, we stay like 1 step ahead. We just need to make sure we don't miss any KOs. We go into Frog. We top deck Thornton. Haven't I just put it at the bottom? I don't think so. I don't think I put Thornton at the bottom. Why would I put Thornton at the bottom? I thought we saw everything but it off the Metang. The hell, where's Thornton? I used Nest Ball first. Did we see Thornton on the Metang? Don't they deck out before they win? They'd have something to get their cards back in the deck. They have something. Metanged again. Yeah, but I didn't see it off the Metang. I saw Adaman. Didn't I? Now I don't know. The third Metang, we saw it, did we? Huh. Alright, well, let's do this until we don't see Thornton. Now I think I've messed up. Okay, so we saw Thornton, so he's not in the next 2 cards. Metang, go back down. Go back down. Stop being broken. We saw Thornton on the third Metang, you sure? Okay, so still seeing Thornton. Why is it doing this? Like, you shuffle those 4 cards up real good. We gotta make sure you see Thornton again. Alright, I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it. Fuck off. Metang 3 times on 6 cards. See Thornton in it every single time. Oh, silly. Opponent can see. All right. They saw me whiff the energies, right? Why did they scoop? Unless they actually didn't have a way to put cards back in and were going to take themselves out. All right, well, that happens. Single prizer into single prizer. Not ideal, but we hold it off. Why? Yeah, I don't know why they would concede either. I'm guessing they mustn't have had a way to put cards back into their deck. That's a pretty cool hit. That's neat. Also, the penny. That's pretty cool. Or were those guarantees off of this? The penny was, the Lana wasn't. Neat. Okay, I like this deck though. That was actually a lot of fun. So I think we will tweak it, and I want to go for an Arven build. So we're gonna cut the Aritas. I think we cut the Ciphers. Adaman seems fine. 23 energy is a lot, but it seems fine. Like if we need to cut anything, it's, yeah, we can thin energy a bit. Arven's Evo. Go down to 22 energy. This I feel like should be at 4. That could be at 3. Double boss, I feel like is pretty necessary. Another super rod wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Neither would another Basculegion, to be completely honest. But I guess it's just like, he's only getting knocked. We should only be evolving up when he's ready to attack. The Thornton plays kind of dirty though. I do like that one a lot. 22, 22, 16 though. Yeah, like overall, I think these counts seem fine. Having 1 copy of this seems all right. I guess the logic of having these 70 HP ones is for Dragapult. Yeah, I think we just roll with that.